it's Tony Gattari here with another passionate and practical business video vitamin. Hey guys, I really wanted to talk to you about price today. I really wanted to talk to you about one of the most amazing diseases that we see in businesses consistently. This disease destroys businesses. It has the ability to actually make you a heroin addict. And what it is, it's actually the disease of price discounting. And a bit like heroin, that once you're addicted to it, it's very difficult to actually pull away from it. And guys, what I really wanted to share with you is I actually just wanted to give you an understanding that the role of marketing and sales is to provide profound value so people don't focus on price. And really what I wanted to share with you is just an example on the next slide of what happens to your business when you do discounts. And I just want to go through this with you because I think it's really important to put some real substance behind this. Now let's just say that you're a plumber. And let's just say that you have recently started a plumbing business and you've got 5 people who work for you. And those plumbers also do quoting, so they're not really in sales. And you've started this business and clearly you're working long hours because unlike the entrepreneurial vision where you felt that you were going to work less than your corporate job, you've now come to the amazing realization that you're actually working more. And not only that, you've convinced your wife that that's the necessary things to do in order to establish the business. And there's a lot of truth in that. But let's just say, for example, that all up, you're actually working 80 hours a week. 80 hours a week. Let's just say 80 hours a week. Because not only are you working on the tools, you're actually working when you get home, you're doing the books, you're managing the people. So effectively, you're putting in some really hard hours. And then, unfortunately, the global recession sort of rears its ugly head. And because you read newspapers, and because you listen to the radio, and of course because we watch TV, we start to feel that the market's toughening up. You know what I'm talking about. There is talks of a global recession. The European economies are going to fall over. Unemployment's going to rise. People aren't spending. But not only that, your plumbers who are going out doing the work, who are not in sales, who are just glorified order takers, consistently tell you, boss, we're not getting the work because we're too expensive. We're not getting the work because we are too expensive in comparison to our competitors. And let's just say, for example, that you started to believe that. And you woke up one day and you said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to discount my prices because you mistake turnover for profitability. You think sales covers a multitude of sins. If I just sell more, I must make more profits. Well, let me just show you now the insanity and stupidity of that action. So let's just say, for example, that you are on a margin of, let's just say gross margin of 30%. So the difference between cost and sell is 30%. You're taking into consideration your labour. And you decide to actually reduce your prices, let's just say by 6%. Now what that means is that if you reduce your prices by 6%, and you've got a gross margin of 30%, the business, has to increase its sales. It has to increase its sales in a flat marketplace by 25%. That's a quarter. It actually has to do a quarter more sales in order to make the same profits that it used to make before the price decrease. Now, you're working 80 hours at the moment. You've now just cracked a century. That is the damage that price discounting does. Now, let's have a look at another slide. Let's just assume that instead of discounting, you actually implemented profound marketing strategies because marketing is about creating value. so people don't focus on price. We all know that McDonald's doesn't have the best hamburger. It doesn't need to have the best hamburger. It has a brutal and profound marketing, sales and customer service system that produces value continuously through 29,000 of its restaurants. Now, let's just say that you implemented some marketing strategies. You trained your team on how to become problem solvers, not order takers. And let's just say, for example, on the same variable where your gross margin was 30%, and you were able to increase your prices by a measly 4%. Measly. That fact alone would allow you to reduce your sales by 12%. That's 12% before there was any effect on gross profits. Now, you've got to ask yourself the question, well, why would I actually want to actually reduce my sales? Well, it's clearly obvious to me that not every client is the best client for you. And one of the great joys in knowing how to increase your prices is that you can actually achieve more by working less. But not only that, the real blessing is that you can actually sack your worst customers. You can actually say to them, why don't you go and make someone else's life miserable and stop actually making me and my time and my team miserable? So guys, I just really wanted to give you that really profound video vitamin. I really wanted you to focus on understanding that price discounting is like heroin. It will kill you. You become addicted to it. It's really interesting, just as a funny story. Because I've been a lot of time in retail, enormous amount of time in retail, I occasionally go into shopping centres. I don't like to do shopping normally, but I get really, really fascinated by the sales that all of the retailers have got, especially the ladies' fashion retailers, because I actually have 2 daughters and my wife, of course, is a lady. So I tend to frequently shops all the time with my daughters. And I can't help but notice that, you know, usually they're always on sale. Like the sale never ends. You know, it's 20% off, 30% off, buy 2, get 1 free. And I noticed there was this one particular store that I used to go by, and it continued to reinforce it was always on sale. But it didn't just have the same sales message. It started off with up to 30% off, then it went to up to 40% off. And recently I went back there, and it's now got a sign, get this, up to 90% off. Now, I walked in there the other day, and it was a bit cheeky. I do apologise for this. And I actually said to the owner, I said, I'm not going to buy anything because I'm really going to wait till next month because I'm figuring if you continue on the path that you're going, I'll get the product for free. Isn't that amazing? Hey, God bless you guys, and just have an amazing day. Thank you and bye.